also be that if there was an opportunity for a union, it didn't happen, and somebody's very, very disappointed by it, and the Tower came. And that was like one of those things where like we were supposed to get together, it didn't really happen, and now everything's falling away. That could have been like a past energy. I feel like you're trying to manifest another opportunity to union with your twin flame, and you might be a little worried that that Tower energy from the previous one could come back. So 2 of Cups. Wow. We got the Magician again. Somebody is for real manifesting this union, and they're doing it with a lot of patience with Temperance. That's amazing. This is an awesome combination here. Awesome combination. Manifesting the soulmate connection could be, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a twin flame. It can be a soulmate. It can be a divine partnership. But somebody's balancing themselves out, divine feminines balancing themselves out and manifesting. You guys are making it happen. You guys are using your energy to make this happen. So the Emperor, try not to control it. I just got kind of a warning feeling with the Emperor card. Try not to control it. You can manifest it. But if you control it, that Tower energy, yeah, if you try and control it, by controlling it, I mean pushing the envelope, texting too much, messaging too much, maybe even trying to disengage or disconnect in a bitter, painful kind of way, or man, I'm going to show him, watch me, I'm going to go out on dates and put all my pictures up on Instagram and make him jealous. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Because I feel like with the 5 of Cups on the Emperor, the Emperor could be the divine masculine, and you guys are really disappointed with the way things worked out. You're still trying to manifest, you're still trying to be patient, and you're really disappointed. Or you could try and control the situation this week and end up feeling a little bit devastated at the way that it like backfired on you and brought on a Tower moment. Because it was almost like, I'm going to put all these pictures up, and then your divine masculine either gets really, really pissed off and charges at you, or he just doesn't even care. And you're like, well, why doesn't he care? And now you're disappointed and kind of regretful that you did that anyways, right? Just an example. But I'm saying, King of Wands. So you guys are seeing your divine masculine as somebody who's very strong and very confident. I know for a fact that they are not seeing themselves that way right now. All of the personal readings I've done, you know, you're seeing a long-term future, 10 of Pentacles, with a very strong and confident divine masculine figure. And if they're not seeing themselves this way, there's a lot of reasons, and we'll get into that during their reading. But the biggest thing to know is if you keep this high vibration and say, no, I do see a future with them. I do see them as the King of Wands. I do see them with the stability, the long-term stability. I'm not giving up on that, but not controlling it at the same time. That is going to keep the vibration high, right? So Queen of Cups, being very intuitive, very loving, very open with your emotions, maybe this Virgo new moon made you a little too emotional, right, Eric? I was actually not super emotional today, but I am a Virgo, so I can harness the Virgo energy and work with it instead of against it. Queen of Cups. There we are. Yes, this is victorious for you guys. I feel like you guys are going to be kind of riding high this week. And the reason why is because you're not allowing your emotions to get the best of you. Yes, if you have to purge, then purge. But it's almost like I like to always say that when I get emotional, I have 5 to 15 minutes to purge, and then I have to get up and be gangster again because I don't got time for this. So that's my Virgo also coming out. I don't have time to sit around and dwell on the fact that I had tower moment. I don't have time to sit around and dwell on the fact that I screwed up or he screwed up or somebody screwed up, because somebody's bound to screw up anyways. That's just the way it goes. So the Hanged Man. Yeah. If you are waiting for your divine masculine this week, 7 of Pentacles, I want you to look at the waiting period in a manifesting way. I don't want you guys to put your life on hold. If some of you are putting your life on hold and waiting for your divine masculine to wake up, it's time to get out of that fantasy and start moving forward. No reason for you to put your name or a divine being in this world is to raise the vibration of the universe. So let's get busy, right? It's time to manifest some good energy. Some of you are waiting for monies to come in. I feel like that's going to be happening, but this week might be slow money-wise. And go out with your friends. I kind of feel like some of you need to get out of hermit mode. Don't let the new moon in Virgo keep you down for too long, because you guys are riding high on some really high vibrations. And it looks like I almost like in my clairvoyantly, I'm seeing like this little girl doing hopscotch. I feel like you guys might, some of you, if you can like get up out of the mood, I actually want to call it the mood, you can like jump over the tower moments and maybe they won't be so bad. Because tower moments can be really, really uncomfortable, or they can be totally devastating. It's really up to you on how you control the situation or give room for the universe to work, right? Yeah, I like it. Divine Feminine's great energy, great energy. I like how you guys are seeing your divine masculine. Try and really keep that vibration of your divine masculine high, because they kind of need it right now. All right. So I missed a lot and I can't go back to my chat or go up because you guys will like think I'm crazy answering things. Hold on. Let me. It hurts how much I love him. I literally just enjoy being around him. No, I understand. I really do. I really, really do. I'm going to do the divine masculines next. And we're going to do it in the same form. I'm not going to do it how I was doing it before. We're going to do it the same form as the divine feminine. I stay positive for him, but I miss his voice. Yeah, Tara, that's not fun to feel it with them having sexual, like touching and being around other karmic partners and having sex with karmic partners. It's not fun. Oh, that's good. That's good, Tara. Talk about spiritual sex with me. I get it. I get it. How do you know for sure they are the one? It's kind of undeniable. The thing is you can't get caught up in the 3D version of the neediness and the desire to be with them. It's a very spiritual journey. The twin flame journey is not all about the romantic relationship. It's really about being a light for the universe. It's being a light, bringing the vibration of the earth back to the purest form of love, raising the vibration in humanity. It's not just about being romantic with a person that because it's probably the least romantic journey you can be on until you're in full union. And union is the very last step. You have to go through like hell, basically, and refining yourself and being one with who you are. A lot of twin flames don't ever come into union in the 3D. You have to remember that you're always connected in the 5D. It's not something that, it really is hard to explain what the feeling is. But if you think of it in a 3D way, that's just the illusion. The illusion of being separated in a 3D way. Because when it comes to, you're never truly separated. You're never truly separated when it comes to a soul level. And if you continuously like stay in a 3D mode of neediness and desire to be with one other person, it's probably more of a karmic connection than a twin flame connection. Uh, 5D is, so we have like 3D, which is the third dimensional world. And then the fourth dimensional world is where like spirit guides and still kind of in separation, but you can do through, connect through telepathy and the energy feelings. And when you get to the fifth dimension, you're no longer, you're just all energy. There is no separation in the fifth dimension. We have different dimensions in the world. That is like a very, very layman's term. If you really want to like get into like hardcore looking at what all the dimensions are and how all the energy is shifting, go to Aluna Ash, Clairvoyant 9D's channel. She's amazing, and she explains things in ways that I could not. I can understand what she's saying, but I could never explain it the way she does. She's really fantastic about that. So if you're curious about what all the dimensions are and how the energies are shifting, I can give it to you in a very layman's term. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, Aluna's amazing. She's such a good soul. When you have no more feel of the connection, is it over? If you've disconnected from the energy of whoever it was that you were connected to, and it was easy to disconnect, it probably was not your twin flame. If you don't feel them anymore, it is all about the strength, Angela. You're right. Thanks, Cindy. Okay, let's do the Divine Masculine reading. You guys are so fantastic. Thanks for being here. Divine Masculine energy for... Now, the Divine Masculines are kind of going through a rough time right now. In their 3D bodies, they're having to really look at the dark sides of who they are and why. And it's not easy. And we need to really send a lot of love and light to the whole Divine Masculine collective, not just your Divine Masculine, but the entire collective, because they're being refined and having to see ways that they need to, the things that they need to change, the things they need to fix in their lives. A lot of them are having like victim mentalities. I was kind of getting sucked into that. Actually, it happened. I kept getting sucked into that mind frame over and over and over again, like a victim mentality. Oh, and I'm like, this isn't like me. I'm such an optimistic person. I don't know why. And it started happening like after the eclipse in July. And then I realized that it wasn't all me. So they've really been refining themselves for quite some time. And I think like the biggest thing is they really want to reach out, but they're having a hard time because they're not feeling like they're good enough to, or they're able to, or there's something that's holding them back. So they got Just Breathe, which is the 4 of Swords in the traditional tarot. So kind of taking a time out, they really need to meditate. They need to get in touch with their breath, maybe do some Kundalini breathing. Divine masculines, do your Kundalini breathing. I don't know if you guys are aware of what that is, but it's your life force. And this also, remember that these readings, we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. So either reading could resonate with you. And so make sure that you are taking both of them, right? They are taking a time out to find out how to get their happiness back. I think the 10 of Cups, because this has been really elusive to them lately. Something's on my lip, sorry. I'm really like in super Virgo mode because of this new moon. Like perfection is everything for me right now. It's very strange. So 10 of Cups. Trying to get back to their happiness, taking a break in order to get this 10 of Cups. And who do they want the 10 of Cups with? Well, let me find her because she's in here. She flipped over with their Empress. I know, Eric. I was going to say it, but I was waiting for you to say it. The 10 of Cups came out in Eric's reading too for the divine masculine. They want their 10 of Cups with their Empress, which would be the divine feminine. And needing to take a time out to do that might be the way to go. But like I said, I think they want to reach out. They're just not sure if they can. They're not sure. I feel like they're not sure how the divine feminine will receive it. Some of them might be overindulging a little bit in the 9 of Cups to get to their 10 of Cups. It's possible. Or they're just really wanting, because sometimes the 9 of Cups is the wish card. And they could be meditating and manifesting in their own way to get their 9 of Cups so they can have that 10 of Cups, right? All they need is the ace to get to that 10, and that's what they're manifesting while they meditate. So Death. There's that transformation. Divine masculines, you guys are going through a serious transformation. Lots of internal conflict with the 5 of Wands. And sorry, I got distracted by something somebody said. So they're going through this transformation, but there's a lot of that internal conflict that's happening with the 5 of Wands. It could be external conflict too, but more than anything, I feel like they're like grappling with themselves on how do I get to this 10 of Cups? I might be at the 9 right now, or I'm wishing for the 9, or I'm trying to get to that 9. Divine masculines. I kind of want to say this internal conflict feels very raw, because like looking at this card, I mean, look at that fight with the dragons. I mean, it feels very, very raw, like opening themselves up. There's a lot of triggers that are happening, and I feel like a lot of outside influences are triggering them too. So 2 of Wands, they want more in life. They have decisions they need to make. If you notice in the 2 of Wands here, this guy is holding the world, and they know they have the world at their fingertips. They just need to make a decision to get there. They're just not sure how to do it right now because of all that internal conflict. They need to face some of their fears in the Death card, face some of that transformation that they're going through, that dark night of the soul possibly. So let's see what the 10 of Cups is. 10 of Cups. Yeah. How do I balance this out? How do I get my 10 of Cups? The 2 of Pentacles. But the thing is they're stuck in the 3D part of wondering about it, right? Like, how do I get my 2 of Pentacles in the 3D? How do I get my 10 of Cups in the 3D? So that's one of the things where meditation and that Four of Swords and kind of pulling back and getting right with themselves is going to help. So the Empress. Oh man, another 5. They are conflicted about communicating with the Empress. I think they think about the Empress all the time. This is also getting in touch with the divine feminine within them. And I don't think, it's almost like some of them don't want to do it because then they have to feel the emotions of it. And right now they're still kind of stuck trying to figure out how to get this 10 of Cups in the 3D. Instead of raising their vibration and finding that 10 of Cups and that oneness within themselves. And so much conflict about the divine feminine, and because 5s are also about lacking, feeling that sense of lack, that internal conflict, that external conflict can always give you a sense of lack in your life. So 9 of Cups. Yeah, they want union. Look at that, how that mirrored there. So the divine feminine are manifesting the union, and the divine masculine are doing it also. But are they doing it in a high vibrational way, or are they doing it in a neediness? Like, I need, I want, I desire. Because if they're desiring and they're needing and they're wanting, that's not a high vibration. That's something that's very, again, very 3D. They want they're not recognizing that the union can happen in meditation. And that might be what they're recognizing this week within themselves. So, because right now they're still so focused on being with the divine feminine in the 3D and not really sure how to do it, that's where the conflict is, right? Or being in touch with the divine feminine in the 3D. But there is mirroring happening for sure. So, because with the divine feminine, if you think about it, the Ace of Wands and the 3 of Cups on the divine feminine, the Ace of Wands is about an energy. So it's like the feminine is manifesting that union as energy in a 4D and 5D way. The divine masculine is using emotions, which is a very 3D thing because these are all cups. Emotions are it's an illusion. Being so emotional like this is such an illusion. So he's still manifesting this and not really sure how to do it in an energy way, but more of an emotional way. If you catch my drift. I don't know if that made any sense. Let me know. Did we pause? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm like, did I just lose everybody when I was talking? So some of them might be blocking the transformation, the 9 of Wands, or they're fighting for it hardcore. I feel like it's more fighting for it. The 9 of Wands on the Death card. Really, really, really recognizing that something needs to change. Really recognizing. And the biggest thing here is sometimes we have to lose things to gain things. And they've been so afraid to lose a lot of things in their life that they've built and built and built. But it's all the 3D stuff, all the material stuff. And it's like all of a sudden, all of this 3D stuff and material stuff is starting to fall away. And life isn't as pretty as we all want it to be, or as, you know, it's like you can keep it pretty on the outside, even though it's like a big old mess on the inside. You can only keep it pretty on the outside for so long before it just is like totally done, right? So they're fighting for this change. And I feel like they're actually actively fighting for it because they're hardcore. I feel like it's more fighting for it. The 9 of Wands on the Death card. Really, really, really recognizing that something needs to change. Really recognizing. And the biggest thing here is sometimes we have to lose things to gain things. And they've been so afraid to lose a lot of things in their life that they've built and built and built. But it's all the 3D stuff, all the material stuff. And it's like all of a sudden, all of this 3D stuff and material stuff is starting to fall away. And life isn't as pretty as we all want it to be, or as, you know, it's like you can keep it pretty on the outside, even though it's like a big old mess on the inside. You can only keep it pretty on the outside for so long before it just is like totally done, right? So they're fighting for this change. And I feel like they're actually actively fighting for it because they're tired. You know, they're tired of having to deal with this conflict all the time. I think that's what the final decision is that they need to make. How hard am I really going to fight for this?